Okay, I'm in the warming hat. I've been up for a while. I'm actually pretty pleased with myself. I just got a blog up, got a video up, and I had like so much editing to physically do, but I've been up since like 4:10 drinking coffee. It's like 5:50, almost 6. I'm torn, like I hate wearing my layers when I'm climbing, but oh my God, it's cold out. It's 21 degrees. So at least it's not precipitating anymore, so that's amazing actually. But I bet there's a bunch of snow on the ground. So yeah, I just went outside just to see, and I'm thinking I'm gonna wear my Alpha to start the day, because at least if I have to take it on and off, it's not raining. I do start my day with a little bit of a climb, but I don't know, maybe I'm gonna do Alpha and rain gear, and I guess if I get really hot, I'll take the rain gear off. I don't know. I don't think I could do just rain gear. It worked yesterday. Like yesterday after I saw a case, I took my Alpha off because I had to climb like 3,000 feet on the road, but it was only like 32 degrees. So I think that was just, it was, yeah, 10 degrees warmer, and I mean, it's dark right now because it's the early morning, so I'm packing up, getting ready to leave here. This place is amazing. For starters, my socks are dry, my shoes are dry, all my layers are dry, everything's dry. I'm warm, I'm comfortable. It would have been obviously doable to camp out last night. Like, I wasn't that wet, I wasn't that cold, but I'm so glad that I didn't have to. And so right now I'm 12 miles from the Silverthorn cutoff. I'm definitely doing the Silverthorn cutoff. I think it'll just buy me time. And yeah, I mean, unless the weather changes, today's Wednesday, and there's at least rain coming in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it'll be nice to make it further so that I'm not out in the shit for too long. Obviously, we'll just have to see over the next couple days how that actually progresses and what winds up happening. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll be either like Monday evening or Tuesday evening. I have to check the math. I'll be getting near Monarch Pass, which is where you go into Salida. There's actually someone from the CDT or the PCT. There was a guy in Wrightwood on the PCT who was following the bubble around in his Sprinter van, trail named Sprinter. And I met him and we talked, and then he just reached out to me yesterday because he like really wants to come out here next year. So he wants to come out and help me out a little bit. I think he'll probably come out near Salida. So we will see. But that would be nice. And Salida is about when I have to decide about the San Juans, so it's gonna be weather dependent, because yeah, the San Juans are just the type of place you really don't want to be if the weather's terrible. Though my friend Matcha, who I met in the Keys, well, we met at Trail Days 2 years ago, but we were hanging out in the Keys this year. She was talking to Fresh Ground, and she's in the San Juans right now, so truly praying for everyone who was out in that yesterday, because that was really cold and pretty crazy. Honestly, it was pretty decent amount of snow. But yeah, we will see. So I'm 33 miles from Silverthorn, which is a town. And then hopefully, as long as I have like 7,000 feet of elevation gain to do. So my hope would be the day goes by pretty quick, pass through Silverthorn and maybe stay in Frisco tonight. That would be my last charging opportunity for a little bit, because I want to go into Leadville and get a Melly again, but the math's just not going to work out. I'll probably go in and out of Twin Lake. So the next real like spend the night resupply might be Salida. So yeah, ideally spend the night tonight, charge up, set myself up for the next few days. Today is day 267. It's gonna be beautiful out there. It's gonna be a good day, but the high is like 45 today. So it's gonna be a cold morning. Place is incredible. I realized clearly the people I hiked with last time just move around a lot at night because the lights like never came on for me. Look at this. My freaking God. But the lights like never came on last night, maybe like one time. Oh my Lord. So yeah, clearly they'd be moving because it was a nightmare last time. I just remember the lights were on practically all night and we had so much trouble sleeping. I'm not excited to get out in this. Dude, like, I think I go straight up that hill. I basically do. That'll be the most annoying thing. If there aren't a lot of cairns, it's gonna be a real annoyance too. Well, we'll see. We'll see how bad it is to follow the trail. All right, y'all, day 267. Let's go get messed up. It's gonna be a really interesting day. Dude, at least it's a day that ends in warm, dry town. Love you, Silverthorn Cutoff. We love you. Oh God. This is gonna be an interesting day. It would have been a good moment for sealskin socks or micro spikes. First tracks, except for the deer. Oh, it's gonna be an exhausting day. Already feels like such a slog without spikes, but it's beautiful. That's where I would have come from. Those like saddles. That's why I didn't want to be up there. Like, this is fine. I mean, it's gonna be a really rough day, super slow. Oh, kind of brutal, honestly. We'll see. I don't know if I'll be able to make it to Frisco. Honestly, it depends if it's like this. I just can't remember if like even half the day is spent slightly lower without like significant snow, then anything's possible, but yeah, it's not gonna be like that. Okay, y'all. This is an interesting moment and not really something that, yeah, okay, so this is beautiful, this is incredible, but up at these higher points, which is where I'm spending my whole day, there's a lot of snow up here. I don't have spikes. I'm slipping and sliding. It's reminding me of last year, my injury and how I got injured, and yeah, honestly, I'm a mile in. That mile took 45 minutes, and I'm about to turn around and go back to the road and walk. I think I'm gonna walk the road into Silverthorn. I won't make it to Frisco today. It'll be literally 40 miles just to get to Silverthorn, and I have to walk on this highway the entire time. But yeah, I think, yeah, this is interesting. I don't mean to like be a baby, but I only have enough food for 30 miles to get to town. I was expecting to be at town around 5 p.m. And I'm supposed to do 38 miles today. And at that pace, that would take 20 plus hours. At the pace I'm going right now. So this is kind of crazy, but I'm gonna backtrack the 1 mile I just did in the road and walk the road. The road's 40 miles. There's other trails and stuff I could do too, but it's all gonna be like this. The road's gonna be really trash, but at least it's daylight. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I just like post hold up to my knee because of like rocks and stuff. But Yeah, this is so super strange. I guess I'll talk more when I get down there. Yo, this is some influencers in the wild shit because there's all this construction. It's like not scenic at all. Meanwhile, a Colorado photo shoot is happening right there. But the picture, you won't be able to tell that there's construction. Entering Empire. I didn't think there was anything along this route, but I didn't have any intention of coming here until friggin' a mile into my day. So let's see what we got. All right, y'all, I'm gonna give like a full update shortly, but right now we have something more important than an update. Well, I just got like donuts and a coffee and just walked through this town. But so like my Google Maps has been routing me like multiple different ways because if I was actually staying on trail, the fastest route would be trails. Like the trail is significantly faster than the roads. So I wasn't really analyzing, you know, this road walk like crazy because I've been walking on 40, like pretty busy, I guess you'd call it a highway, I guess. And now I'm looking and it's in the next couple of miles, I get off 40 and I get on to 70. And I think 70 might be an interstate. So I don't know if you're allowed to walk on interstates. There's a road that like parallels the highway up into this town of Georgetown. So at least that would be about like half of my route. But the tough thing with that is like it's always very hard to tell how you then get off of that route and up onto like the highway. Like I had this issue yesterday. Yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of see, like I can't really tell off Google or Gaia how I'm supposed to cross onto this quieter road, like Avalon Road. I guess it might be more obvious when I get there, but it just doesn't look like it connects like right over from this highway or thing that I'm on right now. So we'll see. And I'm just like, I asked the ladies at this coffee shop, I was like, what does like 70 look like? Because like I think a busier, like there could be a highway or an interstate, it might still look a lot like this, like probably 4 lanes or you know, more lanes than this, but like it still might have, you know, a pretty wide shoulder and like not be just like lifted up just lanes. Obviously, like I'm not a psychopath, like I wouldn't want to walk on like some insanely dangerous thing, but like a really busy road with a narrow shoulder, like I've walked on a lot of highways, but maybe not an interstate. Well, for now I can walk on this dirt road that parallels the interstate, but dude, I mean, it stops. So I mean, I don't see it on my maps. I just tried to make a route. It does not appear to keep going. So I mean, at some point today I'm gonna have to walk on this freaking interstate, I think, dude. I don't think it's gonna be avoidable. It's a great debate, y'all. This little thing's gonna end and I either walk in the shoulder on the interstate, which is probably illegal, or add 17 miles to my life. It's the hardest choice I've ever had to make, honestly. In a while, at least. Seems like the obvious choice is to extend the mileage, obviously. But it's also like this shoulder's wider and this road seems safer than what I walked yesterday. So the idea of not walking it feels silly. Honestly, I mean, it's a full car-sized breakdown lane. That's more than I get anywhere. But it's hard to imagine I make it through a day without getting pulled over. Climbing I'm gonna update you guys soon once this flattens out, but I still have a ways to go. This is gonna be one of the biggest days of the year. What a nightmare. This is a crazy road. Like, I came up from there. I'm going up over here. Honestly though, the views up here are gonna be sick. And there are 3 or 4 marked overlooks. So it's like a scenic pull-off. So at least there's that. I'm finally starting to come down and like come to terms with what has gone on today. And now I'm smiling and laughing again. Wasn't really funny for a while, but it's kind of funny now. All right, 6:40. I have 9 miles left. So great. But if Guy is right and if this sign is right, it's all downhill, 33 feet of up. So my hope would be that I can fly. That's all I can hope. Oh wow, I've been here before. So funny, not on the Silverthorne cut or the CDT, but I've definitely been here before. Why do we always do such cheeky, weird stuff? I swear. Exceptional. Trying to be fast. All right, the long-awaited update. I just had to get up and over that pass and start heading down so I could just focus. Not a lot of updates today. Today, I would have to say, today was like the series of unfortunate events. I'll explain everything, but I think in the end, right now, I think I'm still, everything that went on was not ideal and didn't work out in a fashion that I like or wanted or is great for me. But I still think I made the right choice and that the choice I made actually was somehow more time efficient in the long run, which is crazy. And that just goes to show how bad it would have been if I'd stayed on the red line. So I veered off the trail because this morning I was up on the mountain, hiked up, and realized how long it had taken in the snow because there was no tracks because no one's out here. I don't have micro spikes. I was freaked out because last time I hiked in like fresh 6+ inches of snow with drifts is when like I slipped and injured myself, because it's one thing to like come out with like plenty of food and have to go slowly through snow. I mean, ideally micro spikes would make a huge difference. That I probably would have been just kept going if I'd had spikes, but just because of the traction, but like I'm not in a position to burn time. Also, I had literally 10 Uncrustables. I thought I was going to be in Silverthorne in around 5 p.m. because if it hadn't snowed, I would have been. It would have been like a lot of elevation gain, but it would have been a pretty chill day. So I got on the other route. It was fine. It wasn't like the road on 40. It was actually probably better than last night going up the mountain pass in the snow with like the busy road. And then I got into like a small town. It was cool. I got a coffee, but then I'm like seeing signs and I started to realize that the route, I was just talking about this the other day, you can't trust Gaia. Gaia like makes routes for you. It does all this stuff. It has all these maps. Gaia will take you on private property. Gaia will take you on trails that sometimes don't exist. Or Gaia will try to take you on Interstate 70. That's what it wanted to take me on. And the only alternate route around it was another high trail, which makes no sense because I'm bailing down because of snow conditions, or going very far out to the town of Keystone. which I was like, okay, like hard pass. There's no way I'm going to do that, because just getting off the trail today added 5-6 miles to my day. But I knew it would save me so much time, it didn't matter. But then not being able to walk on 70 is wound up adding 6 or 7 more miles to the day. So yeah, by the time I reconnect to Copper Mountain, I think all of this nonsense is going to add 16 or 17 miles to my life. But mathematically, it took me an hour and 12 minutes in the snow up on those mountains to do 2 miles. So I was moving slower than 2 miles an hour, which means even adding all of this road walking and all of this stuff to go around, I'll still get to Copper Mountain faster this way than I would have in the snow conditions. Because, I mean, checking the elevation profile and stuff, like, there's not a chance that it wouldn't have been like that all day. It would have been like that for the majority of the day. There would have been, eventually I would have dropped down, but like, I had to, yeah, there was other mountain passes coming up. There were multiple climbs and things, so it wasn't going to get better by any means. So this route, even though it absolutely is ruining my life, and I'm not, yeah, it's not good at all. Actually, it added so much. Today's going to be a 47-mile day. So that's all you need to know. On the red line, it would have been a 38. If I could have walked 70, it would have been a 42. It's going to be like a 47. So I did actually walk on 70 for a while. Nobody cared. It didn't matter. But then so I would have reached a junction where 70, the interstate, splits off, and you have the option to go on Highway 6. A quieter highway you are allowed to bike and walk on, which is hilarious because the interstate had way more shoulder and I think was genuinely safer. But someone pulled over last minute, what a G, and was like, hey, like, do you want to ride? People actually walk this interstate all the time. Apparently she always offers people rides. Super nice lady. So she pulled over, asked what I was doing, and then was like, they're not going to let you keep walking this road. And I was kind of confused. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, you're about to go up to a tunnel. So apparently there's a 2-mile tunnel, and in some fashion it's manned. Like, there were going to be people there, and the tunnel is not, yeah, she said you can't walk through the tunnel. So the nice thing was, obviously I found this out, so I didn't attempt to walk there and like waste even more time. And it was like a mile from the junction for Highway 6, and 6 just goes up Loveland Pass. So I just climbed up a mountain pass. I've actually done like almost 5,000 feet of elevation gain today. So, I would love to hear people say how I'm like doing this on purpose to make my life easier or something, because a 47-mile day, oh my God. It's going to be late. I'm going to be road walking on this winding mountain road at night. And I still had a bunch of climbing. It's still cold. I just think the snow conditions were going to be dangerous. Not dangerous. Like, I was worried about slipping and hurting myself without spikes, honestly. But more than anything, I just didn't have enough food to go as slow as I would have safely wanted to go to do that in a smart and safe fashion. But whatever. So this lady who pulled over, she warned me about the tunnel, and it was an interesting life experience because, dude, you know how easy it would be out here to be cutting corners and like lying and, you know, not doing, I don't know, like you meet people all the time on these trails who say that they're doing the trail and you see them, yeah, like skipping and then lying. Skip whatever you want, just don't lie about it. But so this lady was like, I'll drive you through the tunnel and drop you on the other side. And I was like, dude, I can't do that. I walked here from Canada. I have a continuous footpath I will have a continuous footpath on all of these trails at the end of the year. I have not missed anything on these trails. Like, yeah, obviously I'm flip-flopping around, but I am going right back. Like, this year I've been dropped, wow, this clip is so long, I'm so sorry, but this year I've had to get out to some places that were not ideal to pick up where I left off. And like, I've also like made decisions to suffer more because the only option was to bail out of like a trailhead that I knew I couldn't get back to. And I wouldn't do that. So this lady was like, she literally said to me, this is just one of those, dude, like, yeah, one of those moments. She said, I won't tell anyone. No one will ever know. I'll drive you through the tunnel. No one will ever know. And if she had done that, I could have had 40-mile day, would have been in town just around the time the sun went down. It would have been a much easier day. And she said, no one will know, honey. Just get in my car. And I was like, I would know. I would never be able to, I would never be able to live with myself. Yeah, no one would know. She's right. It would be super easy to do that. No one would ever know. It would be so easy to be lying out here. I mean, I'm tracking everything, so like you could prove everything with the watch. I mean, I got the watch like, I don't know, 2,000 miles into the year. But so whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I would know. So I didn't do that. Doing like a 47-mile day, and I'm fine. This day, I was just really stressed about the interstate. I didn't want to add the miles, so I was like, I'm gonna walk this interstate. And I was scared I was gonna get like the cops to pull over, and then they were gonna be like, we're gonna pick you up and not let you keep walking because you couldn't just get onto another trail. Like there was like some route that like followed a bike path for a little bit and then it would break off. Like, yeah, like the only other thing besides the interstate was like this ridiculous roundabout thing that I actually followed for like a while because I was so stressed about following the interstate, and that added mileage to my day. Like it might not have been as slightly as long of a day if I hadn't done that. But yeah, this was a crazy day. And in the end, I still think I made the right call, and snow's going to be melting. Like it was really nice today, and it'll melt tomorrow a little bit, and dude, maybe I'll hopefully get spikes, man. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like I'm just really hoping it's like significantly melted, even like 50% or something. It was just a slog. But yeah, so I have a bajillion miles left. I'm literally not going to probably get to this hotel until 9:30 at night. Once I get closer, I'll call and make sure that's fine, but I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, brutal hit today. Dude, but I mean, considering everything this year and all the road walking, all the reroutes and all the things that could have happened and fire and everything, if this is one of the most noteworthy setbacks of the hike, then I guess I'm doing pretty good. Ugh, whatever, man. As far as the road walk goes, at least this is gorgeous, but it's got me. Yeah, I gotta get micro spikes, dude. I have no business walking in any amount of snow. Like, even if it's mostly, yeah, if I can get micro spikes, I really hope I can. The moon right now, stepping out. It's so beautiful. It's a lot darker than this video makes it look. It's like the classic iPhone thing. It's so pretty though. What else is new? 15-hour day, 4,200 feet, 46 miles. And I'm here. Dude, this place is like mad nice. It was physically like the only thing nearby, closest thing that wasn't like an Airbnb or a lodge, like something that I could book with just click, 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 click. And there's nothing open nearby. I just ordered Taco Bell. But yeah, like this is mad nice. It's always nice when it's nice. It just looks bougie. But I'm about to get everything charged, get everything situated, and then just freaking chill. I am exhausted. Oh my gosh, what a day.